Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Primetime Poulton. I am the moral compass, Mark Poulton. Joining me today, we got Oliver from 656 Comics, and we just have a last-minute edition.
Here you go.
I was running a little late, guys. No worries.
Oh, no problem. So how are you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about you?
Doing fantastic. For those that don't know, Oliver and I have a little history. Oliver was the colorist for U.S. Assassin 2, did fantastic work.
Thank you.
And today we're going to talk about 656 Comics' new book, The Cryptidnals, which looks fantastic. I was looking over the page. The artwork's just stunning. But before we get into that, I just want to remind people the Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch in-demand store is open for 5 more days. We're closing it Saturday night. We're a little over $25,000. If we hit 30,000, all the backers get a print of the Poultonverse. That's all my characters: Graveyard Shift, Viking Wolf, Sea Dog, and U.S. Assassin, all in one. Just want to go over a couple tiers. We have the Triple Threat at $75, and with that you get Clint Holinsky's cover to book 2, as well as this incredible Dan Fraga cover for book 2, and then you get the reprint of book 1 featuring the black and white line art from John Malin's cover to the first campaign. And then for those that want to spend a little extra money, we have the $200 Babe box. And with that, you get everything Clint and I have made, Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch. All 3 covers to book 1, both covers to book 2, all the trading cards and ash can from the first campaign, a sketch from Clint, a sketch from me, a Sea Dog pop socket. For your money, it's the best value. It's just a box full of awesome stuff. So remember, there's 5 days left. If you haven't checked out the campaign, please do so. We're closing Saturday night. And also, I just want to thank everyone for the closeout of Graveyard Shift. We ended up at $120,000. Incredible. John and I thank you guys so much. Actually, we're going over lettering this week for Graveyard Shift 3. So you guys, we should be going to the printer soon, and everyone hopefully will be getting their book really soon, man. So let's shout out the chat. We got Darren Wagner with us. He says, hail to the moral compass in 656. Mr. Von Stugel's joining us. Mo Biggs. Amanda B. She says, what's up, Oliver and Harry?
What's up, Amanda?
All right. So before we get into the Cryptidnals, this is what, your 3rd campaign, guys?
It's our 2nd campaign. Our first one was Under the Border, Escape or Die.
That came with 2 books, didn't it?
It was the English version and the Mexican version, the Spanish version.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing great, just pumping out a lot of product. I think, Oliver, you were in a chat with me like a week ago when I asked the question: is there such a thing as putting out too many campaigns in a year? Because you guys, like myself, we're very prolific. We like to put out projects.
Yeah, and the good thing about us is all our books are already done. They're not Cryptidnals. Cryptidnals is a new book. We're working on that. But our future campaigns, they're projects that are already completed. We are going to update a few pages here and there, but it's mostly completed. And we need to translate them also.
So what's everyone's role on the Cryptidnals?
You want to answer that, Ray?
Sure, why not? The Cryptidnals was an idea that I had many years ago. I was looking at some of the notes that I had for it, and I actually started this story in 2016, and it has evolved quite a bit from then. I, of course, am the writer for the Cryptidnals. Dario Rodriguez, who is lending the art, is also co-creator because he breathed life into the characters. Oliver is the design, art director, and also edits the book. He has a big eraser for that. Yeah, letterer also. He's a big eraser for all of those roles. And then Dominic, which is Oliver's brother, he's in charge of the media design, and he pumps out those trailers that we've been putting out. Also, there's a lot of other roles that we have for different people that have contributed as well, but those are the main ones right now.
Well, speaking of the trailer, how about I pull up the page and we take a look at it?
Over it. Let's do it.
residing in between the abyss of life and death. Their endgame is to destroy the only reality they know, ours. Only darkness can vanquish darkness, more rapid than the radiance of light. Enter the Cryptidnals, mythical beasts of unearthly abilities whose existence has been criminalized by humanity. The first and only line of defense against the incursion of otherworldly evil. A secret war of monsters is about to begin.
That looks fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
For that. Yeah, that's Dominic and Dario, his artwork, and Dominic was able to put together that trailer, the teaser trailer before that as well. They've just been working hard on trying to produce as much quality as possible. So thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. So Ray, what was the inspiration behind the book? Were you a big cryptozoology fan?
Yes, sir. I've always been fascinated by it. I've had a few experiences of my own, like paranormal experiences. The biggest one was
please share.
The biggest one was La Llorona. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of La Llorona.
No.
It's a folk tale that we have here about this cryptid type being that exists. It's used when we're kids. It's used to scare us into behaving, into being afraid of our parents and stuff like that. I guess you could say, to keep us in line. And what it is La Llorona was a woman that was scorned. She originally was a consort to Cortez when he came over and was conquering the Aztecs and the Mayans, and she helped him do that. And she fell in love with Cortez, and Cortez kind of was like, yeah, I guess, whatever. He had his consort, whatever. And he left her here, and left her with children, his children. And when he came back, she wanted to be with him, and he came back with a wife. He came back with all, with his, I guess, family, but she didn't understand what was going on, and she felt that if she got rid of her children, then Cortez would take her back and make her his wife, or make her his lover, whatever she wanted from him. So she took her children to the river and drowned them and murdered them. And she went back to Cortez and told him what she had done, and Cortez rejected her straight out, like, well, I don't want to be with you. You're a murderer. Why would I ever want to do that? And so she was in such a suffering and despair that she threw herself into the river as well to drown herself, and death rejected her for the sin she had committed of murdering her own children. So when we grow up, we hear this story, and the thing is that nothing's ever been documented as far as written down. It's all oral tradition. Our grandmothers, our tias, all that stuff have always told us this cautionary tale of not listening. And if you go out at night, the Llorona will take you because she's looking for her drowned children. She's trying to replace them. And so we always have this idea, mi pueblo, yes, there you go. We always have this idea that if we misbehave, La Llorona's going to come at night and take us. But I always thought she got a bum rap. I always thought that that wasn't the full story. Zaid Comics, awesome. And my experience with her kind of put me on that path to figure out exactly what was going on with all these stories that we had heard growing up. When I was about 12 years old, I experienced what I can only say was a Llorona encounter. And it left me changed. It left me completely like, what is going on here? So that developed into just a lifelong love of cryptids, of the unknown, of paranormal, stuff like that. And of course, comics. I love comics as always. And I started doing research on this stuff. And for the first time ever in the Cryptidnals, we give La Llorona a different voice. Media has always put her as this boogie woman, this boogeyman, trying to take your children, trying to murder people. But we actually give her a reason for existence. We give her a backstory that kind of makes sense, and as to why she is how she is, and a redemption as well. So we make La Llorona a hero, quotations, because of course they're all monsters. and we are all used to the fact that monsters can't be heroes. Well, except in Graveyard Shift, right? So that was awesome. Um,
Thank
so we
you.
give her that story. We give her that story, and we try to explain a lot of backstory of some of the most famous cryptids that have come about, like La Llorona, Spring Hill Jack, Bigfoot, the Man Dog, the Goat Man, all this stuff. That's where it originated from. First and foremost.
That's awesome. I've always been fascinated with like urban legends. Just where I live, I had an encounter with the Atco ghost. So when I was a teenager, everyone always talked about the Atco ghost. Supposedly, if you went to the end of this dead end street, turned your car around, and you would see a ball bounce across the street and a little boy chase after it. This was a boy who was hit by a car, and his ghost has haunted the street ever since. So one night in high school, my friend just got his license. He was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "We need to go look for the Atco ghost."
Cool.
Why, Mark?
So, we parked in the dead end street. We waited for probably like 45 minutes. There was three of us. My friend who was driving, I was in the passenger seat, and then our third friend who was in the back seat. And he was like, the guy in the back seat was like, "I'm taking a nap. Wake me up if you see anything."
Oh man.
So we're just like waiting, and then the next thing I know, I see this light bounce across the street, and then this other, like, it wasn't a boy, but it was like an image of light that was, I don't know, it was almost like a blur, chase after it. And I just turned and looked at my friend who was driving. He turned the key, hit the gas, and just peeled wheels out of there. And my friend in the backseat popped up and was, "What's going on? Did you guys give up?" And we couldn't believe it. What we saw. It could have been anything. It could have been a light from a watchtower, like hit it, reflecting off the pavement or what. But we were convinced we saw the Atco ghost that night. And we're not really close anymore, my friend and I. But every now and then through social media, we'll just DM each other and was like, "Remember that night?" That was pretty. It's that one thing that bonds us forever. So yeah, I've always had an interest in this type of stuff, and this artwork is just incredible. So the concept combined with the artwork, I'm gonna scroll through some of it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, just look at this. This artwork is incredible.
And that's what we're going for. It's really difficult, and I think who are we talking to? Death Metal Hero. I think we're talking to him about how you have to find the perfect balance of art and story, and it's always a better product if the artist is fully invested in the story that he's trying to produce, or the writer. And I'm lucky enough to have Dario. And the funny story is, of course, we've been telling this story quite a bit since last week, but the original pitch for the Cryptidnals was so different from what the result is now, from what we have now on paper. The original script was, or the original pitch had these like bright colors. It looked more like a coloring book, if you can believe that. And it wasn't as atmospheric, as creepy as these pages look. The thing is that I had gone kind of behind the 6x6ers backs and asked Dario to draw this story for me without consulting them. And Dario was like, "Okay, I'll do it." So we started working on it, and we pitched it to Alterna. And that's when Peter had his issues with being swatted and stuff like that. So the pitch got lost in the ether. He never received it. We never saw any response for it. And that's when these guys were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And like, "We found out. What are you doing?" And then we started discussing what we were doing. And right away, Oliver was like, "No, no, no. We got to go back. We got to start over." And we did. And we always talk about this because the original pitch was in color, and I wanted to keep it in color. And Oliver was like, "No, it has to go black and white. You have to use Dario to its full extent." And I'm like, "No, I want color." And I think we argued for about a week, back and forth about color, no color. And he finally won out, and we had no color. And this is what came from that. These beautiful, beautiful pages that Dario has just been producing. And I'm lucky that I have these guys having my back.
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely the right move to go black and white. I just want to like point out this creature coming out from behind the bed. This is just so creepy looking. I love it.
Mm-hmm. That's the rake.
I told you, Ray.
I know. I listen to you. Yeah, and Dario loves drawing monsters, and that's what he's been enjoying the most out of this. The only things that he asked me for were dinosaurs, and I'm like, you know what? I can put that in there. There's a way to put that in there. So we have dinosaurs in there. I think there's a kaiju in this as well. So we're giving you as many monsters as possible. Even a jackalope. I think he drew a jackalope in there somewhere also. So it's chock full of cryptids.
That's what I like to hear. We have Eddie Winkler in the chat. He says he's in total fulfillment mode, but he wanted to congratulate you guys on the success of the campaign.
Thank you, Eddie.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eddie.
Phil Diaz from Zade Comics is asking, what about Goat Boy? Is there a Goat Boy in the book?
Without spoiling too much, I can honestly say yes, there is. So
nice.
Leave it at that.
Amanda B says the Atco Ghost is a road trip Sean Aaron and I should do for the Best Friends show. Yeah, I would definitely be down for that and document our tale. I don't know if Sean would be down for that. I don't know how he feels about Ghost. He actually Sean are you guys familiar with Sean from Hot and Stuff? Mm-hmm. He's had some like paranormal experiences. We were actually on a live stream with him when something in his back room fell. I forget. I believe Joe Sontag was with us, and then he had like another experience that night with some sort of ghost. So yeah, Sean definitely. Have you guys been on his show yet to talk about the Cryptidnals?
No, not yet, but I'm waiting for his invite.
Yeah,
where's
Sean?
My invite, Sean?
Come on, hit your people up, Sean.
Mi pueblo, come on, Sean.
Yes, hail chat.
Yeah, Sean says he has a few tales he can bring up. So yeah.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Ray has a ton of spooky stories too, man.
And I think that's where we draw from. I mean, that's where I started drawing from, all this stuff that I've experienced. And I don't want to say it, but I have to say it's real. This stuff is real. It may not be exactly what you think it is, but there is something out there. There is an element of truth to some of the stuff. And that's another thing about the story. We're pulling from reality. A lot of these scenarios, a lot of the places that you see in the book are actually pulled from reality. The Cryptidnals themselves, they reside kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember Nightbreed or not, but there was a place called Midian. So the Cryptidnals reside in such a place, but in reality, it does exist. It's called Nightmare Hall, and it's in New Mexico. It's on the Sandia Plateau in Dulce, New Mexico. And back in the 70s, and you can look this up on YouTube also, which is crazy. Back in the 70s, apparently the U.S. military had a firefight with aliens in an underground base where the aliens were conducting experiments on humans. And we drew from that because we needed a place for these guys to live. And in the story of the Cryptidnals, it's explained how that came to be. So what you're saying is true. I mean, everybody has experiences. Everybody can relate to the paranormal in some way, shape, or form. And that's what we're trying to pull in as well, the reader's interest with the story.
Sean says you guys have an open invite, and Joe says just DM him. Joe also says he is, I don't know how good of an idea this is. Where did I see it? Oh, Joe is on a mission to nail a ghost. I don't know if I would recommend that. That seems like a bad idea. I mean, any advice?
as long as she looks like La Llorona, I think you might enjoy it. But if she doesn't, good luck.
No comment.
No comment.
So, is this who you're suggesting? If the ghost looks like?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Goth babe.
Yeah. Everyone loves the goth babes. But right. Yeah, I can't get over this artwork. This is another great creepy image. There's nothing worse than creepy little kids.
Yes.
Oh yeah. The black-eyed kids, and that's where the villains come in the story. It's the tulpas, and I'm sure you know what a tulpa is, Mark. But those that don't know, a tulpa is a manifestation of a thought. It becomes flesh and bone, and if enough people believe in it, then it becomes reality and it manifests itself, kind of like the Slender Man. I do quotations on the Slender Man because I've always felt that that story needed more meat, that it needed something, to make it creepier. And that's what we took, the Slender Man story, and we actually gave it a little bit more, I guess, substance. And El Ñango is our iteration of that. And El Ñango is, there's a reason for it existing. And some of the agents of El Ñango are other tulpas, which is the black-eyed kids, which have also become very popular in recent years as far as creepypastas and crossing over into reality. People have seen them, and the Rake, of course, also. Nightbreed is Nightbreed is the best the Clive Barker movie, man. That thing is awesome. I love that movie. Yes, so the creepiness is coming through in all shapes and forms in the book.
Past Master Dan says, you don't nail a ghost, you use invisible tape.
Good idea.
So let's go over some of the casts. What can you tell us about these characters? You shared a little bit, but how do you pronounce this? Raydron?
Yes, Raydron. This is Spring Hill Jack, or rather this version of Spring Hill Jack. And it's his daughter. Without giving away too much, it's his daughter. And her mission is to find the original Spring Hill Jack, which is her father, and her name is Raydron.
Man Dog?
The Man Dog is a local legend here in El Paso and Juarez. It's a cursed Texas Ranger that he committed very many sins, and a shaman actually placed a curse upon him, saying that he would always wander the earth like a lost dog and would never find a home until he redeemed himself. And the Man Dog is also part of, I guess you could say, the team of the Cryptidnals. He's the Wolverine of the team.
Yeah, just looking at him, he looks like he needs his own graphic novel. He's a cool looking character.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem. La Llorona?
Yes, La Llorona, or the Weeper, the Crier. She's also part of the team, and her backstory is explained in the tale, in the comic. And the reason for her existence, she's also part of the Cryptidnals. She's looking for her lost children, like the legend says.
Kid Cthulhu?
Kid Cthulhu is a very interesting character. He's actually Cthulhu, the elder god Cthulhu. And during the Battle of Nightmare Hall in the story, Cthulhu actually crossed over into this reality, but he manifested himself in a human embryo. So Kid Cthulhu is an elder god trapped in the body of a 7-year-old boy.
Very cool. How do you pronounce this character's name? Ñango?
Ñango, yes, sir, Ñango. And like I said, this is our iteration of the Slender Man concept, but he has a little bit more of a dark background, and his plans are very, very sinister as to what he's doing in this reality.
The Rake, and that's the character we saw coming out from behind the bed.
Mm-hmm. The Rake has also picked up a lot of steam in recent years. There's been sightings of it. Originally, the Rake appeared in creepypastas on the internet many, many years ago, and now people have seen him out in the world, in the woods, and it's this weird creature that has these long talons that shred its victims apart, and that's where he gets the name the Rake from.
And we talked about the black-eyed kids already. Man, this is an awesome cast of characters. Now, Oliver, you were responsible for designing the characters?
No, that was all Dario, man.
Yeah.
He's sick in the head to come up with this stuff.
Yeah, you don't seem like you're a fan of the supernatural.
Oh yeah, no, I like it,
just like experiencing it
from afar.
Yeah,
I mean, if I see somebody, let's go ghost hunting. Have a good day, or let's play the Ouija. Well, play it without me because I'm not there.
Yeah. Were you like a good test to bounce these ideas off? Because if it like scared or creeped you out, you guys knew you were onto something.
More or less. I mean, I do like creepy stuff. I do like read about true crime and all that stuff. But to actual experience or go look for it or something like that, I rather stay at home under the covers or something like that. But yeah,
Past Master Dan says he was a black-eyed kid.
Oh wow.
So about we go over the tiers and show everyone what
Sure.
they can get.
Sounds good.
So your featured tier is the Cryptid Hunter. What can you tell us about that?
Go for it, Oliver. Your turn.
My turn. Come on, you say it so nicely. Well, the Cryptid Hunter is the 3 books, the 3 covers. We're also offering the sketchbook, which is the Creature Apocryphal. Is that how we pronounce it, Ray?
Yes.
Okay, which is a collection of sketches by Darío Rodriguez, and what's special about this version is it's a sketch cover, and Darío will sketch something on the cover for you. We also have a supplemental, which is a Man Dog Unleashed. It's a collection of short stories that we have published throughout our career in 656 Comics. Short stories of Man Dog, all done by David Olivares, which is another El Paso artist. And this version will have his cover. And also we have a collection of 12 Polaroids, which I don't have one right here, but we did print a few samples just to see how they look.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did something like this. So
that's
this
awesome.
Is
that's such a cool idea.
This is not the actual art, but we are going to have we're gonna emulate a photograph of a cryptid or a tulpa, kind of like cut in the wild. And with these mini prints, we're gonna include like an audio file detailing the incident of the creature. No, so that's and the audio file will be presented in a cassette tape. If you don't have a tape, if you don't have a tape player, we're gonna give you a download code, so you're gonna have you can listen it to that way.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of Evil Dead 2 when he goes into the cabin and he finds a tape and he plays it.
Oh yeah,
kind of reminiscent of that. And I think this is stuff that's never been offered before in any campaign. So we're trying to do a little bit of something different. And if you guys like the idea, please feel free to emulate. Just get eyes on it. If you can use our ideas as well, go for it, man.
That's the idea of this campaign. We want to make extras that will enhance the experience, the story experience. So
make it more immersive.
It more immersive, yeah. And
no, I love it. That's really original. I love the Polaroid postcards, and now the cassette tape. This is really cool. So $25 gets you the main cover, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. We tried to emulate those horror novels from the 90s.
Yeah,
early 90s. Yeah, that was the idea behind that. And cover B, well, tell us about cover B, Ray, because you know more.
Cover B is drawn by Raymond Gay. He's an El Paso native. He's been getting a lot of attention as of late because he's been doing a lot of variant covers for The Last Ronin, for IDW, for the Turtles and stuff. So I approached him and I asked him, like, hey man, would you want to draw something? Would you be able to? And he's like, well, I got a lot of stuff going on, but what do you have? And I pitched him the idea, and he's like, as long as I get to draw the Mothman. I'm like, okay, go for it, man. So he loved it. So he drew this, and we're like, wow, man, this is killer right here. So it's a bunch of cryptids. This is called the Battle of Nightmare Hall cover, and it's the Mothman crucified, and it's kind of my homage, or his homage rather, to X-Men. I believe it's 262, where Wolverine was crucified on the X. And that's the cover he came up with right there.
Cover C.
Cover C is a Ñango with Spring Hill Jack and La Llorona. And this was drawn by Aurelio Mazzara. He's a good friend of mine. He's an Italian artist that's worked for Marvel on a few projects. And he was also the concept artist for Psycho Goreman. And
I love that movie.
It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. I love that movie too. And,
he designed the look of Psycho Goreman and all the monsters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
So we asked him to draw a cover. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So he handed in that cover right there, and that's cover C.
For $50, you have the Tulpamancer pack.
Yeah, that's cover A and cover B.
Okay,
for $50, and Tulpamancer pack 2 is cover A and cover C.
And then for $65, you have the Cryptid Watcher, which is all 3 covers.
Exactly, and Cryptid Watcher plus sketch, the 3 books, the 3 covers, and a 6x9 sketch for only $80.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, you can get the sketch as an add-on if you want to, but it's yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go
No, I was
ahead.
gonna say the sketch is actually like that quality of work that Dario's producing right there. So you're getting that quality of a sketch. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. And then $200, you can get an actual page from the book.
Yes.
And this is some beautiful artwork. So yeah, $200. That's a great deal.
yeah, we're
Get
trying to
get them now, because you don't know next time that you might charge a little bit more.
So
I didn't.
I didn't. So you guys are only 5 days into the campaign, correct?
Yes.
And you're already funded. You're at $4,150. I didn't scroll all the way down. Did you guys announce stretch goals?
We do have
Yes.
small stretch goals. They're really accessible, easy to reach. So
Here we go.
yeah, if you want to go up a little bit, we have pages from the Man Dog comic, so you can see there. Yeah, that right there.
Right here.
Yeah,
Oh, here
right
we go.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm telling you, he needs his own book. He's going to be the breakout character, I think.
He's an awesome character. He's fun to write, and we started realizing Dario. Well, he's Dario's favorite character, and we started realizing that we put that poor guy through the ringer, man. My God, like some of the pages that he delivered recently. Raymond Gay is the truth. Hell yeah, man. Raymond Gay, his work. Some of the pages that Dario was producing recently about the Man Dog, we see how much we hate him, but we love him at the same time.
Past Master Dan says the line work is phenomenal.
We hate him because we love him, right? No?
Yeah, we hate him because we love him.
We put him into the ringer because we love the character. And that's why people love characters, no? Because of their hardships and how they overcome them.
Exactly.
All right, for the stretch goals at $5,000, everyone gets a set of 4 Polaroid prints featuring the cryptid sightings, illustrated by Dario. Includes digital audio files chronicling the incidents.
Yes, everybody's gonna receive 4 Polaroids. So I mean, if you back the Cryptid Hunter, you're gonna get those 12 Polaroids regardless. No? So once we unlock them, you're gonna get sets of 4. So everybody will get these Polaroids if we reach all the stretch goals. But for those who pay the Cryptid Hunter perk, you'll get them regardless.
You get the cassette as well. The Cryptid Hunter perk gets the cassette, and the cassette actually has some original artwork on it too. We're trying to make it a little bit more unique than just the regular, stretch goals. So,
$6,000 is a collection of sketches by Dario.
Yeah, this is the
24 pages.
Yeah, this is gonna be the regular edition. No sketch cover, just regular old boring cover. not boring, right? But, yeah. But you're not gonna get a little drawing on the cover. That's what I mean.
Way to sell it, Oliver.
Good job, Oli.
I mean, if you wanted special, by the exclusive.
There you go. Upsell it. Yeah. $7,000. Another set of the 4 Polaroid prints.
Yeah. Another set of 4, and that's about it.
Oh, here we go. $8,000. Mad Dog Unleashed.
We already have the cover, and it's badass. So
yes, this is the variant cover for the Man Dog Unleashed.
Yeah, and
we haven't announced it yet as to who's doing the cover, but you're gonna love it. If we meet that stretch goal, man, you're gonna want that cover. So
it's I'll give you a hint. He's from CG, so prepare yourself for the most badass cover ever. Everybody's gonna get this cover, including the people who backed the Cryptid Hunter. So you're gonna get two Man Dog copies.
Nice.
Yeah.
And $9,000, a third pack of the Polaroid. Prints.
the last pack of the set, completing 12 Polaroids.
Man, I think the way you guys are going, every one of these is within reach. So yeah, you guys are off to a great start.
Yeah, Have you been? Make it very accessible. We're trying to make it so that people keep coming back for the next project and the next project after that. And we have everything lined up, so get ready because we're on track. So we're gonna get it done.
Have you been happy with the reaction so far?
Yes, we have.
Very much so.
Very much so. We launched with Shay and Sai at the regular channel. We did good, and with Bancroft we got funded there. So
That's awesome.
We got funded under 4 hours, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Has there been any like learning experiences from the first campaign onto this one that you were able to carry on to this one?
I mean, the only thing that I can say about that is the fulfillment part, and
Yeah.
we're dead set and ready to fulfill on time. Ended border, we were happy with what we were able to do, and we did get it out when we said we are going to get it out. And as soon as that was out, we're like, on to the next one. Let's keep going. And we already have our date on this one. It's going to be delivered by December. So we know we need to get this out, and the fulfillment is like the main priority when it comes to closing out the campaign.
That's great to hear. How far along are you on the book?
We're halfway there.
Halfway there, yeah.
Nice. So we're getting close to the 40-minute mark. Is there anything we haven't covered yet with the Cryptidnals that you would like the people in the chat to know?
Oli, do you have anything to say?
I guess we talked about the covers, the perks, the Polaroids. I mean, it's a pretty basic campaign, man. We're not. I don't think we're asking for too much. I mean, we are offering a lot for so little. So consider backing it. People.
Yeah, no. What's the page count on this again?
132 pages.
Yeah, a lot of value there.
Yes.
So you guys have really impressed me with this. I was thinking my upcoming book, Viking Wolf, may be the coolest book coming out, but I don't know. You guys might have me beat with Cryptidnals. This book looks fantastic. Everything I see, it just gets me excited for it.
What I'm hoping is you'll like maybe have an opportunity at some point in time to either do some art for it, or even better, if a crossover would be fantastic with a Graveyard Shift. That would be cool, man.
No, that'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, we'll have to discuss that at some point. But yeah, this guys, I think you have a hit on your hand. Everything I see, this Mothman, all the characters are awesome. The covers are fantastic. You're going to deliver in December. December's not that far from here. It's only 7 months, so you guys are going to get a book pretty quick when you back this. So.
Right now that he was chained to the table, so he's hard. He's
there
working
you go.
Hard on this, so yeah.
Can you show that before we go? Can you show that page that we've been showing, just so people can see what's going on as far as because I know the Smile Dog is also part of the Tulpas, and Dario handed in these pages for the Smile Dog, and it just creeped the crap out of us, man. We're like, wow, it's so beautiful to look at, but so creepy at the same time, and we just want to see what your reaction is on it.
Hold on, let me look for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here. I mean,
what we're showing you with these pages that you see right here is maybe like not even 0.5% of the artwork in the book. It's just that intense and that awesome that the Dario's producing. So check this out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
you don't wanna run with these dogs at night, no?
No.
Exactly.
I love it.
So yeah, we're just trying our hardest to produce the best work possible to get it out there and show you the passion that we have at 6x6 Comics as far as doing comics is concerned, as doing books, doing stories, anything that has to do with the comic book process.
Mo Biggs says, I know this looks cool as a black and white book. Maybe I shouldn't read this.
Oh, man. I saw part of it, too.
Mo is brutal.
Oh, my God. I was watching all those reactions videos and streams on. Oh, what's going on with there, man?
So, do you guys already have your next project lined up after this?
We are planning on doing kind of like a cartoony comic. Well, we already have it. It deals with video games, kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon show. So it's gonna be totally different from what we released.
A complete 180 of what we've been doing. So
I think that's great diversity. Change it up. Bring in a different audience that might not be familiar with your work, and then maybe that'll get them interested in everything you do. So Yeah.
Yeah, my brother Dominic, he drew the comic book, so it's gonna be a fun experience with that one.
Awesome. With this campaign, is there a way to get your books from the first campaign?
We are planning on doing a second chance campaign later on.
Mhm.
We're planning on having that book available along with another horror type book with it. So you'll get a chance to purchase our first campaign offering and something new with that campaign.
Nice.
So yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be interesting to do that later on.
Awesome. So I want Oliver, Ray, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Oliver, where can people find you on social media?
I'm at Twitter as Olea656. Also, look for us on YouTube as 656 Comics. Subscribe. We're almost we're trying to get monetized, but we're like at 300 right now. So let's get those subs up, please.
Yeah, everyone go subscribe to 656 Comics. Ray, where can you be found on social media?
The same, the Cryptidnals throughout social media. You can find me Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course TikTok. We have a Cryptidnals page on TikTok, and we're all interconnected. So if you find 656, I'm sure you'll find the Cryptidnals page and everything else that goes along with it. But we do thank you so much, Mark, for having us on today and
thank you,
the
Mark.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Just a suggestion for the YouTube show. You guys should, I don't know if you do it, but you should do like an urban legends type show where you just discuss like ghost sightings and stuff. You can have, maybe Joe gets lucky with a ghost. You can have him on as a guest.
The ghost dealer.
He survives.
I want to hear that story, man. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we are preparing stuff to talk about either one cryptid, one creepypasta, tulpa, something like that. So.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank everyone in the chat for joining us today. If you haven't checked out the Cryptidnals, definitely do so. The book's fantastic, and I'll be back later this week with Sean and I are doing the Best Friends show with Phil McNulty on Thursday, and then Friday I'm back with Wyatt Holiday going over his book Eternal Armor. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton, hit the notifications, and remember there's only 5 days left on Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch in demand store. Thanks everyone. Thanks Ollie. Thanks Ray.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.